Hi, this is Hal Ruth with Equalizer 9, and this is your Equalizer 9 tip of the week. What we're going to talk to you today about is presentation skills. So many of us have to deliver presentations in order to win our work. And if you know anything about what I teach, I don't think necessarily we win in presentations. I think we win through early game activities, but that's a subject for another day, and you can watch some of my other videos on that. But nonetheless, we have to be good at presentations because it may not be where we win, but it's certainly where we push it over the edge, and we can certainly lose it on presentation day if we don't know what we're doing. So here's the key to presentations. I'm going to divide it into three categories, and I'm going to have to use my glasses because I got notes here. But basically, the three things that we're going to talk about today is, first of all, messaging. We have to get messaging right. Second is structure, and we want brain-friendly structuring. And then the third thing is, how do we deliver it? And so we're going to jump right in with messaging. So when we're developing our messaging, first of all, it starts with good data mining with our client early on to know what the key issues are. So what we're looking for is, what are the key issues? Key issues being, what are their buying points? What are their pain points? What are their pet peeves? What is it that's worrying them or challenging them? And so with that, what we're going to do, and I have a structure that I use called my key issue analysis. I know you can't see it right here, but basically it starts with the key issue. Then we go to, what is the activity that will offer a solution to that issue or bring comfort that we're the best one to solve that issue. So we're going to brainstorm as a team to figure out what is the activity that will bring comfort or solve the problem. And then after we have brainstormed on the activity that will bring a solution or comfort, we say, what is the benefit to all of that to the client? All these solutions that we've come up with, what is the bottom line benefit to the client and what's in it for them? So we got to figure out what that is. And then we have to figure out, how can we prove that we can do what we said we do? So we need proofs. Proofs are case studies or quotes from other clients or statistics and facts. So we would develop a proof. And so we would do that with each issue. So we would have key issue, solution, benefit, proof on every single key issue that we've identified. So that's the messaging. That helps us develop messaging. So now we have to take that to a structure. And so how do we do that? And so what I have developed is what I call the 10 steps to a brain-friendly presentation. It's a little booklet here that walks you through how to take it from the messaging and create structure. But the bottom line is, we want to create a brain-friendly presentation. In other words, we don't want death by PowerPoint. We don't want a bunch of text that people are sitting there trying to read and trying to listen to us at the same time. People can only read or listen. They can't do both. And we want them to listen to us. So what we have on a screen or a board or whatever is supposed to support what we're talking about. It's supposed to be imagery that supports the message. So that's the whole idea around the brain-friendly presentation structure. But how we want to do it, basically my 10 steps describes it. We want to create from the messaging about 5 to 6 major themes. And this makes it easier to develop the structure because once we figure out what the 5 to 6 major themes are, then we can just take one theme at a time, and we're basically developing little mini presentations around that theme. So if we have theme number 1, then we will decide what are the sub-themes related to theme number 1, and each one of those sub-themes basically becomes a talking point or a slide or a board. And then we do it for every single theme, and now we have built a presentation structure. We have it down. So now we're going to talk about delivery. So we've got the messaging is included in the structure, we've got the structure. Now how do we deliver this message when we actually go to presentation day? Well, first of all, what we want to achieve is we want something that comes off looking like we're very prepared, because we're going to be. But it also wants to come off informal. Now, prepared and informal is a very tight, narrow chute that we're trying to weave our way through. And that requires a lot of practice and preparation. So, first of all, I will tell you that the delivery is all about connecting. It's about people connecting. We don't want it to be a download or a dump of information. This is all about people connecting. So we're going to tell a lot of stories because people relate to stories. We're also going to get to the point. We're not going to be wordy. And so we have to learn to talk in bullets. But the main thing we have to do is we have to be able to tell them what's in it for them. I tell people all the time, whether it be a board or a slide, at the end of that board or slide, that sub-theme, we have to then end it with, here's why you should care, Mr. Owner. Here's why it benefits you. Here's the bottom line to you. If we can't do that, the slide had no point, or the sub-theme had no point. Just get it out of the presentation. So that's the way I coach people. At the end of whatever you're talking about, your little 1 minute, 2 minute thing, end with what's in it for that client. So, and also I think we have to learn to talk, let people do it in their own words. We want it to be rehearsed, but it can't feel rehearsed. And people have to do it in their own style, in their own words. So I coach people on, don't have a written out script. Have a little outline of what you want to talk. Just like I have right here. I have a little outline to talk to you, but it's not scripted out. It's something that I can look down and remember what I was going to talk about, and then look back up and talk about it. And then when it's time for the next thing, I look down, I catch it, and I'm right back up to you. I don't have to read it off. Okay, so the bottom line here is that we have to become really good at presentations in order to win work. So if I can help you in any way, give me a shout. Remember, good messaging, good brain-friendly structure, and then really make connections in delivery. Thanks. Talk to you soon.